Good morning. It is a beautiful day here in North Carolina, and today, hopefully I'll be able to photograph some migrating birds. So come along and enjoy this adventure. Well, my goal today is to simply photograph whatever birds I can run into. Now, this is an exciting time of the year because the fall migration is probably your best chance of photographing particular species of birds. And the reason for that, and it's very simple, there are more of them. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay in this area I'm in right now. This weeping willow right here is a very good spot to be able to photograph birds. I have a few other spots in this area here that I go to see what I can find. I'm just going to be hanging out here. The sun hasn't quite risen yet, so the bird activity just hasn't started yet, but it was a cool night last night, so I expect the birds to be moving around a lot this morning. And I might even get lucky and see something that's completely unexpected. But I'm excited to be out here. You never know what you're going to run into in the fall migration, and the only way you're going to find out is to be out here photographing them. So the first bird I photographed is a gray catbird. As the name implies, it is a gray color. It does have a call that sounds like the meowing of a cat, and it sometimes can be mistaken for a flicker if you just listen for the calls. But they are an incredibly beautiful bird. This gray color bird, dark eye, black stripe on top of its head, and this red vent. Now this bird breeds as far north as Nova Scotia, as far west as Washington State. You can find them in most of the United States except for the southern desert states, and they don't breed very far into Canada, but they do winter in the Gulf states like Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. So these are birds that you can find in most of the United States either in the summer or the winter. But I'm excited to be able to get this photograph. They're a beautiful bird and they're a skulker. They like to be low in the bushes. So when I get the opportunity to take a picture of it, I do. And this bird just sat on the branch, which I've never had a catbird do. Just sit on the branch and wait for me to take pictures of. So bird number one, the catbird. This is one of my biggest frustrations of wildlife photography. It's not a question of just getting a picture of a bird. I want to get a really good picture of it. I have this beautiful soft light where I'm standing right now. And I have this beautiful scenery right back here of this grass and this open field here. And I don't know if you can hear it, but there are blue grosbeaks calling all over the place. As a matter of fact, up on the power lines right here, there are blue grosbeaks sitting on here. But the image I have in my mind that I want to take a picture of is a blue grosbeak sitting up on one of these branches or something like that. Give me a really good image. I just don't want to get a picture of the bird. I want to get a really good picture of the bird. And I want to get it in its natural environment. And it's very frustrating when you have all these animals here and none of them are cooperating. Well, I'm going to keep moving up this road here. I have been able to get a photograph of that blue grosbeak, but maybe I'll get a little bit, I don't know what to do. I'm thinking I should move up this road here. I want to keep the sun to my back, so the cloud cover is not as thick as I was hoping it would be today. I can see clouds out here. I still have a little bit of fog, but red-shouldered hawk collie. I think what I'm going to do is just keep walking down this road and see what I can find. I think staying here is not a good decision. The next bird I photographed is the American goldfinch. This is an incredibly beautiful yellow bird with black in it. Now there are two goldfinches in the United States. There's the lesser, which is not found in North Carolina, and the American, which is found in North Carolina. This bird is an all-year resident here in North Carolina, but in the summertime, spring, summer, and fall, they can be very difficult to photograph because they're solitary or in their small little groups. But in the fall, they start forming into these giant flocks of birds. They can be photographed at feeders, they can be photographed in open fields like this, very easily photographed. And one of the things that's great about photographing goldfinches here in North Carolina is that we have goldfinches that migrate from the northern part, from Canada and the northern part of the United States down to North Carolina. So this time of year is the best time of year to be out here photographing these birds. So if these pictures are any good, here they are. The common yellowthroat. This is an incredibly beautiful bird. This individual is a male here. I have a personal connection to this bird here. This is my spark bird. This is the bird that really got me into wildlife photography, because the first time I saw this animal, I couldn't imagine an animal this sharp, this beautiful, living in where I was. I always thought you had to go to exotic places to see incredibly beautiful birds. Now this bird is a skulker. It is considered a migratory bird. This bird breeds where I am in the central part of North Carolina and migrates about 150 to 200 miles to the coastal plain of North Carolina. Now this bird can be found here in the winter time, but if we get a cold snap or a cold winter, they're gone. They're heading to the coastal plain. I can't tell you how excited I am to see this bird and photograph it. Now these birds can be very difficult to photograph because they're skulkers, and I just happen to get very, very lucky. So if these photographs are any good, you know the rest. I've had an incredible time out here. The weather is beautiful out here. It's been a very hot summer this year, and these nice cool days really help things. I think this is going to get the migration really moving, and I think over the next month or so like that, we're going to have an incredible migration. So I'm going to end the video there. I want to thank you for watching. If you got anything out of that video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel because that really helps us in the YouTube world. Become a Patreon supporter. Your support allows us to keep doing this. My name is Leahy. I want to thank you for watching.